Hi, everyone. I'm so happy to see you all. I truly am. We have a big program for everyone today. It is our fourth annual Global African Excellence Program. And this is very it's almost like a passionate project for me, if I were to call it that, because we started this obviously 4 years ago. Actually, we started 5 years ago, and 1 year we skipped. But we started because it was at the height of COVID, and we wanted a way for us to connect in a super realistic way. A super realistic way. So, yeah, that's when we started. That's how we started, right? We have helped people repatriate to the continent. We have connected our certain Spanish entities with certain Colombian entities with the continent. So our whole goal is celebrating. Oh, and also Canada. How can I forget Canada? Oh my goodness. So we have worked with Canadians, we have worked with continental Africans, global Africans, and this is how and why we have our Global African Excellence program each and every year. Now, while it is virtual, we do plan to have it in person, inshallah, next year, which would be the fifth one. So for now, enjoy the program. We have a very long, actually not long at all. We have a long program, but not that long. First, we'll talk with Sister Perucci. This is a Spanish speaking segment because again, we have a lot of people in the diaspora who are Afro-Colombian, Afro-Brazilian, who speak Spanish, or even in Spain and even in Madrid time. And it's only right to connect them. This is not just an English speaking program, right? This is a program for all of us. And in order for all of us to unite, we bridge through language. We bridge through language. So the first segment of the program is a musical and cultural note with the Hana of Colombia and Sister Perucci and her team, who are in Bioko Island. What makes this event extra special this year for our fourth annual is that we have a theme. Our theme this year is renewing the spirit. Renewing the Spirit is the fourth annual Global African Excellence theme. Renewing the Spirit. And what better place in the whole wild galaxy or the world to do that at Bioko Island, to celebrate it at Bioko Island and in Bioko Island. So Perucci and her team are actually on Bioko Island. So we'll see them today. Again, that segment is very Spanish forward. Our sister Dahana will be able to translate as they speak and as they perform. From there, we'll have history with Baba Boleka and Brother Christian. From there, we will head over to spirituality of the Bobe people of Bioko Island with Brother Mukania. And then we have a panel program where people like myself who found out that we are Bobe and what they're doing with that knowledge. Again, it's all about knowing thyself. So what are they doing with that new knowledge? What have they done? How are they connecting to be internally true to themselves? That's what this program is about. And then finally, we'll end with an all cast of Resplendence and saying why we do what we do here and why it's so important as we elevate ourselves and elevate who we are as a global people in person. So this to me is Pamoja, and let the show begin. So I'm going to bring Dahana up and she'll take over, and then also Perucci and her team. Thank you, Patuo, gracias, asante. And I'm going to exit technically. All right. You may begin.
Hola, buenas tardes. Good afternoon, everyone.
Muchísimas gracias, igualmente.
¿Cómo está Piruchi y el grupo? Un saludo desde Colombia.
Muchísimas gracias, estamos muy bien desde Bioko.
From Bioko Island, the group says hello to the world. Quiero que me cuentes un poquito de la canción que van a presentar hoy.
Vale. Hola.
I just
Soy,
asked her to tell me a little bit of the song they're going to perform. Cuéntenos.
soy Bioko. Eh, Soy de Pasacato de la Sagrada Familia, de Bioko Norte. Y esta tarde estamos aquí en Sol de Bioko para presentaros varios temas. O sea, de todos los que vamos a presentar, hay uno que a la fortaleza de las madres, la fuerza que tienen las madres de lidiar con todo, de atender a los hijos, al esposo, de las tareas de casa, y es una fortaleza que la humanidad no reconoce, y al no reconocerlo, nosotros lo preferimos reconocerlo con una canción, mencionando las tareas que tienen las mamás en las casas, las esposas, las hermanas, sea, la mujer en general. Es como un homenaje al trabajo de las mujeres en diferentes puntos, ¿vale? De hecho, la primera capela que voy a hacer pequeñita es honrar a todos nuestros ancestros que han pasado hace muchísimos años y que cada una de ellas tenía un quehacer y que gracias a ellas hoy nosotros podemos seguir continuando con la cultura y la tradición.
Excelente. Voy a traducir lo que me contaron, okay? So, we have Sol de Bioko live, and they were telling me that today they're going to present, first of all, they're going to present an honoring to our past life ancestors, because without them, we wouldn't be here honoring them and continuing the legacy that was brought from them. And they will be performing, they will be doing a performance that is in honor of all the work that mothers and women do for their families, for the community, the work of being a mother, of being a sister, of being a daughter, an aunt, a grandmother, or an elder. They want to show the different works that a woman, or each role that a woman has to do within their community. Listo, entonces podemos empezar con honorar los ancestros.
Hello, bella, hello, bella. Ecco la cote a esa pa, e visile sa, e we sepa, e ori, e we opo, e bebe no polo, mawela no tolo, e belo pi, mawela no tolo, mawela no tolo. Abolao, iwawela, lichila luko, tola bata lo bulao, embi. Ipola oberi, chiricupire, ipola oberi, chiricupire, ipola. Toyota la nevila Ichetana tebe diole. Mache sokelo. Bachela lata sokelo. 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 Ay no se che sokelo. Mache sokelo. Bachela lata sokelo. Tolico petoli la cagnole, tolico petoli la cagnole, toroghi bote quella rignole. Tolico petoli la cagnole, tolico petoli la cagnole, toroghi bote quella rignole. Toroghi bote quella
Okay, we are having technical difficulties really quickly. It is raining on the island, everyone. So I believe their connection might be a little bit spotty.
I was
Your
muted.
mic is off.
Yeah, I saw it. I was actually getting emotional, Dahana. Oh, Dahana, did you leave me? There you are. I was actually having an emotional response to it in a positive way. And I'm not sure if anyone else in the viewers are having. What about you? Were you? Like, how did it feel
Yes,
hearing it?
definitely. I can see the influences from Mama Africa to Colombia. And I recall the few times that I have spoken to Perucci in the past and where we've talked about the Petronio Alvarez Music Festival, which is the biggest Black Afro Latino music festival in the
When
global
is that, by
south
the
in
way?
South
When is
America.
that? When is that, Dahana?
This year, okay, this year the festival is from August 12th to the 17th, and it is a festival honoring a man who his name was Petronio Alvarez. He was a black Afro Colombian man from a shipping port called Buenaventura, which is where I'm from. Was born in Buenaventura, Colombia. Hi, everyone. I'm Dahana. We're here live with Resplendence. And just a little background, I grew up in Houston, Texas for 22 years. And I am in Colombia. I came home 22 years ago, actually. I lived in the US for 20 years. And Petronio Alvarez is a person who is ingrained in our history being from the Pacific coast, because we have to remember Colombia has two coasts. We have the Atlantic Caribbean coast and the Pacific coast. And from the northernmost point of the Colombian Pacific coast all the way to Peru, we have a lot of similarities and similar traditions, cuisine, and musical influences as well. And so this festival celebrates that, our music, our culture, our traditions as Black
Oh, they back. They're back.
Pacific
They're back. They're back.
people.
Hold on. I hate to bring them back. We'll
Okay.
talk afterwards. I want to hear everything. I know that their internet is a little weak. Okay. Bye.
Sorry, oh.
Hola, Piruchi,
Sorry.
tranquila, tranquila.
Eso
Sabemos que está
dale.
lloviendo, pero Sabemos que está lloviendo y que la conexión puede estar un poquito floja.
Sí, es lo que está pasando. Vale, vamos a hacer otro temita para que veáis cómo dan los pasos las mujeres, ¿vale?
Sí, señora. Ok, ¿de qué trata este tema que van a cantar?
Estamos hablando de, justamente ahora como estamos en
De la asamblea.
asamblea, coloquio, estamos avisando que nosotras las mujeres de Sol de Bioko estamos en un coloquio, estamos en una asamblea.
Es un tema que siempre se hace cuando hay muchas mujeres juntas y cada uno enseña la manera que sabe dar lo que llamamos el cotó. Cotó es como el primer paso, ¿no? Pero en la danza, pues, forma parte del cuerpo de la danza. Vas a ver a esas maravillosas mujeres hacer.
The ladies are going down. Súper canción, me encanta.
Muchísimas gracias. Esperamos que les haya gustado. Esa es una pequeña muestra de la isla de Bioko y que lo estén disfrutando.
Bueno, Sol de Bioko, necesito que venga al Petronio
Y
inmediatamente.
nosotros también necesitamos ir ahí.
Con mucho gusto queremos
Sí.
Será un placer para nosotros, que sabemos que en Colombia hay grandísimos festivales étnicos. Así
Exactamente,
que ya,
tenemos,
para que lo organices.
ya estamos en conexión. Entonces, este baile y esta canción, tú dices que es parte de la asamblea, una asamblea de mujeres, ¿correcto?
Sí.
Siempre que las mujeres
están reunidas, hay canciones que son especiales para mujeres, que son las que hemos estado leyendo.
Es muy precioso, me encanta, me encanta. Siento una conexión, una alegría en mi corazón. Se siente mucho la conexión. Veo como, Piruchi, yo sé que tú has estado
Gracias.
en Petronio y todo se siente así, como somos familia.
Sí, yo estuve en Medellín, en la feria de las flores y me encantó. Y además fui a representar toda África y fue una pasada. Pero ya me hablaron de Petronio y de un montón de lugares que ese tipo de música que hacemos les encantaría. O sea que será un placer si son de Bioko podemos viajar hacia allá. Sería una gozada, la verdad que sí.
Y ahora en Medellín hacen un festival que se llama Negrofest. Y yo conozco algunas personas que trabajan en ese festival. Voy a ver qué puedo hacer. Can everyone hear me? Now my video might be weird, but I hope y'all can hear me.
No, I can't. You haven't broke not one time except for in the beginning. I hear you. I hear you.
Oh, okay. Perfect. So the last performance that the ladies performed, it is only a performance that is done when women are in council together. So that is a traditional song and performance that is used when women are in council together. It is specifically for that. For no other reason is it for. It's to celebrate that council of women that are in a meeting of the minds.
Beautiful. Are they coming up to do one last performance, or was that the last one? Do you know? Because I can bring them back up.
I think that was the last performance. Well, yeah, we can bring them back.
Let's see.
Just in case if they wanted to do one more. I'm not really sure.
If not, it's okay. I just wanted to make sure. Because we're good on time right now. And if not, I'll remove them from it's the internet connection on the island. So we'll take them away for now. And I'll take you. Wait, no, Johanna, I want you to finish the history you was giving us. And then we'll bring up Baba Bolikia and Kristen. Yeah, please, because that was important.
No
I don't
problem.
want us to forget that.
So just like I was telling Piruchi that I felt the whole connection and the influence of Mama Africa into our music on the Pacific coast, because again, Colombia has 2 coasts and it is full of Afro Latinos, but they're not just specifically on these coasts. There are also mainland or inner land, I would say, or inside the country, in the mountains, near the rivers and the Amazon. There are also Black Colombians in these areas that sometimes aren't spoken about as much. And I just want to acknowledge that they exist all over the country. But this festival has been going on. I think this year is year number 28. So every year it gets bigger. Every year we get more people. I believe last year we had about 800,000 people come within a span of 4 to 5 days. It is a free festival, so you don't have to pay to get in. You just pay for what you're going. You just pay for what you're going to eat or drink or merch, like supporting different Black brands that are in the stands. Of course, there's also spirits.
When you go this year, when you go this year, make some videos, because that's like, to me, that's the culture, and we need to see it. Perucci's back. They're back. Here we go. Sorry, they're back.
Perfect. Hola, Pirucci. Listo. ¿Tienen otra canción?
¿Podemos hacer una más?
Sí, claro. Sí, no, para nada. Por favor, cuéntanos un poquito de qué se trata la próxima presentación.
Pues mira, la siguiente canción habla de las fiestas y de la importancia de conocerse en momentos especiales como en las fiestas. Y dice que muchas veces es en las fiestas donde las familias se van conociendo, se unen, y ella va a continuar porque ella que sabe más.
Hola. Narihue
Okay,
chiripelo
super.
beso achea nala. Narihue achiripelo beso achea nala.
Quiere decir que en la fiesta cuando nos vemos las caras,
cuando nos conocemos,
conocemos.
cuando nos regocijamos. En la fiesta es cuando es donde comemos y toda comida que se ha preparado en una fiesta se ha preparado con amor. Entonces se está invitando a la gente que coma con alegría, con amor, con entusiasmo, con mucha confianza, porque todo fluye. ¿Vale?
Ok.
Ay, me encanta. So the next
ese último canto, con el penúltimo canto, está pidiendo que siempre hagamos nuestras tradiciones, que transmitamos a los más jóvenes la cultura, porque si ellos no lo saben, pues la cultura pues no podemos continuar con ella. Y esa última parte es algo que siempre se dice en todas las fiestas. Cuando ya alguien escucha Ye lleva, sabe que en algún momento, en algún lugar, hay fiesta bonita. O sea que hay euforia.
Súper. ¿Cómo se dice otra vez?
Ye lleva. Cuando dice
Ye lleva.
Ye lleva. Ye lleva. Ye lleva. Ye.
Ay, me encanta. Everyone, whenever you hear this call, it means the party is going on. We need to get together and celebrate life and keep passing these traditions on to the next generation. They have to keep being passed on and keep living on. This is why when you hear this call, you're passing on the tradition. Es súper bonito, me encanta. Ustedes armonizan, tienen voces del cielo, mandadas
¿Cómo
del
te llamas?
cielo, por Dios. Yo soy
¿Cómo te llamas?
Dahana.
Dahana, te vamos a,
Sí, señora.
te vamos a enviar el trabajo de Son de Bioko, porque Son de Bioko es un grupo que ha nacido para ir recopilando todas las historias que tengan que ver con la cultura y la tradición Bubi. Llevamos muchos años, pero hace poco que por fin hemos sacado digamos que un álbum de 6 canciones. Así que voy a hablar con la señora Bonaí para que te las envíe, ¿vale? Como creo que tenemos los
Por
correos.
favor.
Así las
Por
tiene,
favor,
así
me encantaría.
también sabes qué enseñar, ¿vale?
Me encanta, me encanta. I'm going to get a sneak peek of their music, guys. Sí, por favor. Yo te envío mi correo electrónico.
Vale.
I'm going to send her my email so I can get the sneak peek. They're going to drop a little album soon. No, todo está súper divino, me encanta, siento esa conexión. Tengo que ir a la isla. I have to go to the island one day, guys. Tengo que ir a conectar con mis hermanas allá.
Por favor, ya sabes que están todas tus hermanas y hay más.
Hay más.
Somos muchas más.
Sí.
¿Vale?
Claro que sí. The group is bigger. It isn't just them. It is a pleasure. They feel a high pleasure of being here, being able to perform for us today. No, todo súper divino. Me encanta. Todo el mundo está feliz escribiendo en los comentarios.
Ah, sí. Muchas gracias.
Sí, sí.
Pues nada.
They say their thank yous as well.
Goodbye.
Gracias por todo.
Hasta luego. Muchas gracias.
Hasta luego, gracias.
Es una manera de agradecer a Dios. Estamos dando gracias a Dios por todo lo que hace por nosotros.
Así es. Así es. Ashe. Muchas gracias. Muchas gracias. Me tienen que enseñar a cantar así. I told them they need to teach me how to sing like them because their voices are from the heavens. Sí, sus voces vienen del cielo. Eso todo el mundo no lo tiene. Everyone doesn't have that gift. Oh.
Everyone doesn't have that gift. That was in my spirit. That was in my spirit. Again, this whole theme today is about renewing your spirit. And as someone who's 100% Bubi maternally, this is what I needed for this beautiful Saturday. So, okay, I think, so did I just say he can hear us? Okay, we'll do our best. Again, it's raining on the island. It's raining in other places in the world. We just have to be mindful and give a little bit, a give and take with what's going on. But we can move to our next segment, yeah? Is that right, Donna? Because they were complete. Okay. Okay. Dahana, thank you. Thank you. If you want to stick around, you can.
Thank you. It's always a pleasure. Of course. Yeah, I'll stick around. You know, I'll support my family at Resplendence.
Yes. Yes. I'm going to pull you out and I'm going to put Baba and Christian in. So give me 1 second. I'm going to pull you out. Gracias.
No problem.
All right. All right, guys. So now we move to our next segment and then make sure everyone is here. Christian is here. I don't know what Baba is. I'm pulling Christian to the stage. And if not, we'll skip to, because we're not going to wait around, of course. We'll skip if we need to. I know everyone was on silent for a second, so let me just send a text. I know Mukanya is ready to speak about spirituality. Yes, Mukanya? I think he's backstage. I know he's ready to speak about spirituality if we need to hop and then come back to the history portion of our program. So just give me 1 second. Un momento, por favor. That's what I know how to say sometimes in Spanish. Okay. And Christian is here, but not here. So, Mukanya, I think what we're going to do is move to spirituality. Because I don't see Baba Bolikia. And this is Christian right here, Momo Icho. That's Christian, but he's away. So I'm going to message them, but I'm going to bring up Mukanya. And we're going to kind of skip the program a little bit. Hold on for a second. He just messaged me. And I'm going to bring up Mukanya. Uh-oh. What happened? Ugh. Technical difficulties. Technical difficulties. There he is. Okay. He's coming. 1 second, guys. I'm going to add him to the stage. Again, we need grace, guys. We need grace. Because people are here, but then here he is. Okay, we're gonna skip history for now and move straight to spirituality. Brother Mukanya, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Maybe, maybe not, sir. Mukanya, you are on the stage, sir. I can hear you, Mukanya. Are you there? Oh boy. Bahula, I'm gonna add you up here because I want to make sure that are these technical issues on our side or international technical issues. Hold on. Bahula.
Hi.
So we're not having technical issues. I mean, it's more like certain people are having technical issues. So hold on for 1 second. The goal is to either move to spirituality or Baba is here. One or the other. Oh, Christian. Christian is here, but I can't see him, which is the crazy part. 1 second, Bahula. I'm just happy yours is working. So Bahula's working. Bahula, I'm gonna let you go. I just want to make sure that everybody's working. It's just now certain areas of the world where we're not really, coming through very cleanly. So let's try. Okay, good. Thank you. I saw the chat. Let's try Christian. Let's try Christian. Ah! Fabuloso! Christian, you're here. You gotta turn on your video. I'm waiting for Christian. Oh, we saw him. Come on, Christian. We saw him and then he went away. Hold on, guys. I'm actually going to mute myself. 1 moment. My apologies again. Give us grace. You're there. We can hear you. Hi, brother. We can hear you. I hear your background noise. Oh, and I can hear
Can
myself.
anyone hear me?
Yes. See.
Yeah, because I have to use two devices
because I could not access them. I could not have sound in my main device. I had to go connect to YouTube so that I could hear you.
Perfect, because I can hear you perfectly. And hopefully you can hear me. Our goal today, brother, is to understand from your perspective as well the history of the Bobe people. I know Baba is supposed to be here too. I think he's having technical issues too. But if you can kindly begin speaking about the history segment, and obviously what is it like currently on Bioko Island as well. The stage is yours, brother. Kindly begin speaking about the history segment, and obviously what is it like currently on Bioko Island as well. The stage is yours, brother.
So, oh, wow, difficult time listening to getting, and you could hear the background noise.
About the history segment, and obviously what is it like currently on Bioko Island as well. The stage is yours, brother.
So, oh, wow, difficult time listening to getting, and you could hear the background noise. Do you get me? So I cannot actually get the main sound. I rely on a second source to have sound feedback, and it kind of confuses me. So can I do without I cannot actually get the. All right. Regardless, okay, let me go into it. Regardless of all the challenges and the difficulties to preserve cultural identity, we still have people working for culture. And as I joined, I was pleased to listen again, once again, to Pirochi. And there is a thriving community and a group of people that are relentless and are working hard to preserve our culture, our identity. All of us, we are mindful of the fact that if we do not work hard, we might lose the little that is left of our identity. So yes, it is difficult because we know we are operating in a global context, but the same we are mindful of the fact that our tradition is our identity, our rights, our songs, our spirituality is what makes us unique and is what we could present ourselves to be in front of the rest of the world. So yeah, there are plenty of activities going on, and one focus has been lately in here in the island is to people to join choirs and singing communities to kind of recuperate and recover what has been lost, and also to be part of a eco community. So yeah, we're doing what we can here. We know we're fighting and kind of struggling with the global trend of cultural appropriation and all the other influences from all over the world, but there is still a strong community working down here, down on the ground, in the island, in the villages, in the main cities to preserve what is left.
Sorry, it was just a delay because I had to unmute myself. Are you able to hear me? Thumbs up if you can. Oh, I don't know. So I had a question for him. What I was looking for, and I put the question in the chat, is what are you mentioned some of the current, well, not really current challenges, but how people are coping with identity, but
I
how
rely on a
also
second source
can
to
the
have
global family
sound
assist? Baba's
feedback,
in. I'm
and it
at Baba.
kind of confuses me. So can I
Baba,
do without
Yes,
hi,
yes, hello.
hi.
Yes. Yes, I'm
I'm
here in the
gonna
train.
good. I know. I'm gonna mute Christian really quickly because a lot of people are having technical difficulties. We're just gonna make it work, right? We're giving people grace and making it work. Thank you so much. I know you're on the train, Baba. If you can, because again, we would like to go through the history, and what better source than you? What better source than you? So, do you have
Yes.
time to talk with us about the history? I remember, guys, in my first class with Baba, he showed us a slide with just black color, just black, and that like really did it. That really did it. So, take us on that journey again, from your memory of what our history looked like. You have the stage, sir. Thank you. Uh-oh. Baba? Oh boy. Guys, we are technical difficulties all across the board today. That's okay. We're going to continue trying. Christian, can you hear me too?
Spirituality is what makes us unique, and is what we could present ourselves to be in front of the rest of the world. So yeah, there are plenty of activities going on, and one focus has been lately here in the island is to people to join choirs and singing communities to kind of recuperate and recover what has been lost, and also to be part of the community. So yeah, we're doing what we can here. We know we are fighting and kind of struggling with the global trend of cultural appropriation and all the other influences from all over the world. But there is still a strong community working down here, down on the ground, in the island, in the villages, in the main cities to preserve what is left.
Hi, Baba. Are you there? I think Baba is back.
Sorry, it was just the mics. I
Again.
had to unmute myself. Are you able to
Okay.
hear me? Thumbs up if you can.
There. Baba, are you back? You are back. You're moving. I see you moving. Yes. Okay. We're getting somewhere. Baba. What we may have to do, which I really didn't want to jump, but I see a lot of folks are backstage, and I think I'm gonna have to skip a couple of. Baba, are you there?
I'm here. I'm here.
Oh,
As
okay,
I told you,
okay.
the net is
Please.
not so good.
I know. So could you tell us about the history of our people, please, sir?
Yes, the Bubi history, about the Bubi history. We can't talk about the Bubi history in few minutes. The necessary events are those that the Bubi people need to figure themselves, to know who they are, where they're from, etc. etc. I, I,
So I think we are going to do what I didn't want to do because Baba will be home shortly, and I think he'll have much better access. So I am going to skip it next. I do see the Cultural Association members are here. Bahula's here with the magazine. I think if that's okay with you guys, can we go ahead and start that segment, which is knowing that Baba, I'm going to message you. which is knowing thyself. Can we go to that segment if that's okay? Rihola and Bahula and Sergey, I think, is available as well. Hello, y'all.
Hi.
Hi, we just had to skip over 2 segments. Baba, I will message Baba and have him, once he's off the train, have him come back and speak if we still have time, or we'll do a completely different segment on another day. For now, you can't hear me? Okay. So that Jay can hear me. Bahula can.
I can hear you.
No, Sam.
Okay. These headphones are pretty doggone good, I'll tell you that much. Oh, she can't hear anything. What is going on today? Right? Shucks. I'm about to get frustrated. All right. Not too frustrated, though. Not too frustrated. Okay. So, I guess I'll start. And then Sergey, you can start. And then Bahula can talk. Like, it's a panel. So, it's not going to be a necessarily order of action. We're going to jump in. Irhole is going to come back, I'm sure. Okay, so how I started understanding who I am. I went to AfricanAncestry.com, and when I went to AfricanAncestry.com, I did a little spit swap or whatever you have to do, sent it in, and I was like, what's a Bubi? I didn't even know anything about no Echo language. I didn't know anything. And the information on the internet, especially in English, was highly limited. And Christian, who was here earlier, that was actually my bridge, right? Because what happened was, I don't know how I got in contact with Christian. I just got in contact with him. And he was hard to get in contact with. And he spoke English. I'm like, okay, great. And then he put us in contact with Baba Balikia. And I told Baba my story, which at that time it was a lot that I was going on personally. The passing of both of my parents back to back, or my mom and my dad back to back, and my grandmother and my other grandma. It was a lot going on. So Baba and I connected. And it's been a beautiful connection since then. Along the journey, Bahula, along the journey, Sergey, and I hope I'm saying that right. I think I am. I might be close.
Sergey.
I'm close. And then Rihole, same thing. Like, we all kind of held hands and saw the reason to know thyself. Mm-hmm. Because of all of that, Resplendence has been language arts. We have grown. We have gotten so much stronger. We started working with organizations, spreading our language and culture, Bubi people and beyond. And the one thing that I always had on my list, and now I can check it off, is that we are now spreading our culture and our language to children. And I think that's so important. I know it sounds mediocre, but it's so important for the children to learn first. So that's what we're doing at Resplendence. And that's how I have been learning about myself and about our culture. And I don't know who wants to start, but Sergey, Bahula, Rihole, who wants to start?
I guess I can start, and then I can hand it to ACI. Okay. So I learned that I was Bubi in 2021, like November. And then the next year, and like everybody else, looking online, finding crazy things. And then thankfully, Shayla started Resplendence Language Arts, and I was able to start learning Echo with Ntabalekia. Also that year, I started working on the documentary actually about our experience. And this includes Rahole, called The Lost Children of Bioko Island. And I did that for Aria TV. And around that time, I also met my husband, the Bubi singer, Master Robocho. And then, like probably a year later, we started Ekoto magazine. And Ekoto is a cultural magazine. And we basically will feature one person. We talk about that person, then we do an interview. And we've been doing that actually for 4 years now. And May will be the 50th issue of Ekoto. We've had many, yes, we've had many different kinds of features, dancers, musicians, authors, Shayla, cultural organizations, the Bubi Cultural Institute, the Bubi Association, cultural events, a little bit of cooking. And the site actually does have a section for Echo culture. So if you go on there, you'll see there's about 4 different rights on there. There was Botoy, Arupa, Topati Party, and about the yam, the African yam. So, and we also do Echo TV, which is a Bubi language only platform, so that people have somewhere to go to hear Echo. So for me, it was just important to know where I came from before I die. I'm like, I have to know where I come from. Okay, that's just point blank. Okay. And then number 2, I wanted to be able to do something to help keep our culture going, help keep the language going. And I'm in communications, I make videos, that's what I do. So I said, okay, that's what I can do. So I did stuff for the language in that way. But let's see, what else? The Koto magazine, our mother overview is Diversity Echo Project, which is actually the name that encompasses all of our projects, the Diversity Echo Project. And we also have a book for children called Erita, and that's Bubi language book for children. What else do I want to say? So yes, it's very important for me to help, to try and do whatever I can to can help continue the Bubi culture, and especially the language is very important. And that's why I'm here, and just keep continuing. That's it for now.
Senator J. Rihola, please.
I can jump in. Can you all hear me?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. In Loheria Lolo Nele Seri J Noboyo Obobe. Hi everyone. Nice to finally be on here. I'm Seri J. I'm the vice president of the Abobe Cultural Institute and Learning Center. I found out I was Bubi in 2021, roughly 2020-2021 year, and I initially didn't know where to go when I found out I was Bubi. I knew nothing about the Bubi people, nothing about Bioko Island, and so there was sort of this desire and push to figure out more about our people and where we come from. And I have a language background. I speak 11 languages. And so the first thing I want to do is learn the language, obviously, because for me, learning the language opens up a lot more doors to learning about other aspects of the culture. So food, history, our spirituality. So I was looking around looking for different places to learn our language, and I saw on Facebook a post about Resplendence Language Arts hosting classes. And so I decided to take those classes. And I think so after taking those classes, I got introduced to a lot of people in our community, Pohula, Rihole, obviously Shayla, and other persons in our community who are learning our language, have a desire to connect, preserve our culture, preserve our language, teach our history. And then in 2020, when was this now? 2024, 2025, I, with Rihole and Botapana Bokara, our president, founded Abu Bay Cultural Institute and Learning Center, which is a 501c3 nonprofit organization dedicated to the preservation, protection, and teaching and instruction of our culture, history, and language. And so, since being the vice president of ACI, we have created a children's book written in our language, completely in our language, as part of the There's Rice at Home series, which is available for purchase on Amazon. And they, the There's Rice at Home series has a bunch of different
Make sure you drop the link,
translations.
brother. Drop the link in
Definitely,
the
I'll
chat.
drop the link. Yep. So we
Same,
have a
same
lot
to
of
you, Bahula. Same to you, Bahula.
we have a lot of different there's a lot of different translations on there in Igbo, Yoruba, Kiswahili, all of these different ones. And so I sort of made the argument for an Echo translation, and we got that done with a lot of different contributions from Bohula, Rihole, me, Inta checked it for accuracy with our translations and everything. So, that was finally published on Amazon. And then we also came out recently with an Echo Common Phrases book uh, that is also available for purchase on Amazon, where we are teaching adults and young adults, I would say, our language, different common phrases in our language. And there's also a workbook at the back. So you can sort of practice what you learned all throughout the book. And also we have and Rihola can speak more to this, but she's the one who leads our cooking classes, so we do a lot of cooking classes every month or so, where we cook a lot of different Bubi dishes, but also just African dishes in general, as a way to connect the dots across the diaspora, because food talks. We see more of our similarities than differences. When we sort of learn our language, we learn our culture, we try our foods. And so I think, on a more I guess from a general view and a more practical level, we're doing all of this for us. The importance of identity: if you don't know who you are, you don't know where you're going. If you don't know your past, you don't know where you're going. Your history is a compass that tells you where you're going. And I think us learning our language, us trying to preserve our history, our identity, it's literally who you are. And when you find out who you are, you'll be able to align who you are with what you're meant to be. And so that's sort of what I would say a little bit about ACI. I don't know, Rihole, you wanted to add anything, of course. I know I missed a lot, but yeah.
I'm Rihole, Robita Bita. I am the secretary and global ambassador for ACI. Also, creator of La Pala Rihole. Cooking for me is so important. Food gives you a different experience, and when you can blend cultures and you can determine how we traveled as a people all over the continent, and you see so many connections. You see the same dishes with different names. Maybe one has tomatoes and one don't. It's the same thing. You can see us and you can see our travel and you see how we navigated through the lands. So for me, cooking is important. Food is important to me. I love food. I'm a big foodie as well. I found out that I was Bubi in 2020. Yeah, 2020. And obviously I took classes with Resplendence Language Arts. That was a game changer. Definitely a game changer. So thank you. Thank you, Shayla, for, creating that platform for us, because without that, you know, I don't think we would have connected on the level that we have. It gave us a bond immediately. So we had like our little breakout sessions where we used to talk in our group chats, and from there we like bonded. So through class we were learning, but after class we were continuing our learning process by talking to each other every day, and it's been ongoing since. We use different platforms now, but we talk to each other every day. We're always in contact. We always know things about each other. Like I might not have seen you in person, but I feel like I've known you all my life. So when me and Bahula finally met, her husband was like, "Oh, I met Rihole before you," and I knew Bahula for years, but I felt like I met her, but I haven't seen her in person. So when we saw each other, it was like, "Oh my goodness, we finally see each other. We finally meet." But it didn't feel like it was a stranger. So, and that's a warm part of our community. You never feel like a stranger. You never feel like an outsider, regardless of
anything. You might not know nobody. You'll come in a room and it's like a warm embrace from everyone. Everyone loves you. Everyone shows love to you. It's like they just adopt you in as family. So it's definitely has been an experience with us coming together and growing together. Like, I mean, we've done so many things together. Like, we had the first family day last year in New York, and that was a wonderful moment when we got to bring people from Spain over to the U.S. for the first time. We displayed Si Coco, which is one of our dances. We displayed Si Coco in America for the first time. So many firsts have happened, and it has just made it easier for us to keep going. Just easier for us to keep growing, keep pushing, keep learning. And I take everything as a learning lesson. Every conversation, every interaction, you should be able to learn from somebody, no matter if it's a baby, if it's an elder, if it's, your youth, you can learn from someone. So it's important to interact with each other and feel the love, feel the community, and learn and grow, because most of the knowledge that I gained came from general conversations, just sitting down at a table, talking, eating, and then next thing you know, you learn some crazy history that I don't even know how I could have asked about. It just comes out in conversation. So it's important for that connection. And that I do thank you for being the person, the pioneer for all of us to be able to be here on this platform today. So it's very important to pay homage to the people that brought you together. It is very, very important. And Bubi people love to talk, so I'll just keep going and I'm going and going.
Oh, Riole. I'm so happy. You know why I'm so happy? Because the bridge
Yes.
is bridging. The bridge is
Yes.
bridging. And
Yes.
guys, we have some really exciting news, I guess. We're going to make it so that we all are in an ecosystem where when you become a student with Resplendence, you're a student of all of ours, right? So like you'll get access to the magazine. You'll have access to the communities that we share. So any of the events that we've talked about today, you'll have a newsletter with that. So what we're attempting to do, so it's a little bit different than it was in 2020 and 2021, where there was nothing out there in English. We're attempting to make sure that we all are locked in hands with one another, and that if there's something going on here, if we're strong on the left, we're strong on the right. I think that's the best way to say it. So when you become a student, and if you go to any of these like entities, right, you'll have access to the other, is the point. And that's how we want it to be, because oftentimes, you get something started and we like to, I've seen this a lot, and I'm going to tell my age on live. I'm 45. I'll be 46 this year, right? And in my years, I've noticed we've always like attempt to not lock in, not Pomoja. A lot of times what happens is like, oh, you have an app? I want an app too, right? Let's not do that. Like, it is so much access and so much opportunity to really make it so that we're a puzzle piece and not just dislocated at the hip or at the arm. Like we're a full body of people. So let's if you want to be the vein, be the vein. If you want to be the eyes, be the eyes, right? If you want to be the stomach, be the stomach. That's what we need as we move forward. We don't need to be dislocated. There is no fame in this, right? The honor comes into being able to say, you know what? Let me go ahead and be the eyes. Let me go ahead and be the arm, right? Let me be a part of this, so that people coming forward and moving, the young people who are 12, maybe 10 years from now when they're 20, they can go to Bioko Island, see Christian, see one of us, and they'll feel just like family. They'll know the food because they went to Rihole, and she's teaching them food. They know about what's going on Bioko Island because they're reading Bahula's magazine. So these are like the things that we need. We don't need to struggle no more, right? We need to thrive. So that is the point. Also, make sure you drop the association link in the chats. In the main chat, it's at the top on the right. Is there anything else, sisters and brothers that you have to say? I think
Yeah. Oh,
said a
yeah.
J.
So
Okay,
we
no
do.
problem.
I just want to make a public announcement that we will be having our second Booby Family Day next year in June 2027. So be on the lookout. I'll make sure we have our email in the chat box so everybody can have access to get on the email list, and make sure that you stay informed on what's going on. There's so many things that goes on, through the community. It's always something happening. If it's not language activities, singing, cooking, just general conversation, cultural things that's happening. And it's not just happening in the United States, it's happening internationally as well. So if you want to stay informed on what's going on, it's important to, stay connected.
I was also just going to add on to what Rihole said. Just follow us on social media. We post a lot of things on our social media. Stay updated. Rihole is always updating it. She's also our social media person, so you'll find out a lot about what's going on with our association on our social media handles. So that's Twe Abacho Abobe, Tuebatyo Abobe, TUEBATYOABOBE, on all social media platforms. And then our email is abobeculturalinstitute@gmail.com. Just wanted to say that as well.
And don't forget to put it in the chat, please, because people are watching, and this is like what we consider an evergreen program, right? So because of how long it is, people keep coming back and getting more knowledge. We share with larger organizations. So anything in the chat, I believe, is an evergreen. Like it continues on, it lives thereafter. So yes, please put that in the chat. Do you guys have anything else before we go to the next segment? Going once, going twice, three
No,
times a lady.
if y'all don't have any questions about, any experiences or anything like that, I'm here.
Okay, perfect. And again, the newsletters are gonna be uniform, whereby at least on the Resplendent side as well, we'll try to make sure that we know what each entity is doing and provide that to our students as well. Okay. All right, guys. Thank you so much. I think I'm gonna try to pull everyone from stage. I'm gonna try. Actually, before I pull everyone from stage, let's see if Mukanya wants to say hi to you guys. Are you there, brother? Can you hear? Oh, he can. He's
Yes,
here.
can you hear me?
Tolo bato
Yes,
biara.
greetings everyone. No, I'm Oko Nueva Ma.
Oto.
My name is Mokanya. You can call me Brother Mokanya. I am from the southern regions called Valacha, especially, and specifically, I'm from a place called Roemeriba. I have been working with Oloitalu Sesembe, who is a platform that dedicates itself to preserve culture through the young people. And the headquarters are in Spain. I've been a member of the board since 2018. And so far, we have done lots of projects. We have an annual event every year. This year, our annual event is going to be the 8th of the 8th in Madrid. I'll make sure I write down the details on the chat so people can just join and ask questions, and everybody's welcome. Also, let me say a few things about me. I'm a diasporan as well. I was born in Spain, and it's quite difficult being born outside the country and not having a lot of access to the culture. But you see, after that, after a few years, I came to England. I've been here for a long time now. And then what else about me? I am a capoeira teacher. I have a master's degree in social science, specifically on the areas of Black history. And I have a special passion for our culture and specific our spirituality. I have been running courses with a family from the US a couple of years back. I have to say that, Sister Shayla, I have to thank you for what you have put together today And I think you were the first person I've met ever from the US family, because I remember. Can you hear me? I hear feedback. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, you're perfect. You're perfecto. You're good.
Perfecto. Yes. So yes, sister, I have to thank you. I have to thank you. And I have to thank you in the name of all our community, the whole of the diaspora everywhere, because the work you are doing is great. And also because you were the first person I've ever met from the US family. I remember I was working with Area TV, and Sister Angie, who's the director, the CEO, told me that, brother, there's a community of Bobe people that they just found out that they are from our country, they are from our culture. Can we please have a meeting and start dealing with them, and so we can provide some directions and whatnot. So I remember I was there in that meeting. I think Baba Bolekia was there as well. And most of the family that are here now, like Riole was there, Bohula was there. So for me, that was very, very emotive to know and see our family after 600 years, and to see that you guys are alive, you guys exist. It was a very emotive moment. And even up to today, every time I see the family abroad, for me, it's kind of, a relief to know that our family, kept strong and we are still alive, and nothing can finish with us.
I felt that. I felt that. That's why you saw me do this, right?
Yes, can you hear me, Donna? Because it keeps on
Oh
buffering.
yeah, we can. Yeah, yeah, I can totally hear you. Like 100% hear you. 100% hear you. And thank you too. So there was a part,
Should I go
Mukanya,
ahead? I can't
where
hear you guys.
yeah, go. You can go ahead. I can put what I need in the chat if you want to too. I don't know if you can hear me. Thumbs up if you can hear me. Possibly. Possible.
Can you hear me?
Yes. Oh boy, he's out again. I'm gonna put in the chat for him. But one thing I think that's an amazing piece from Kenya, for me personally, I don't know how. I want to hear what you guys think. Is this he adds in the spirituality component, and that's a really tough one to even wrap your brain around. So Rihula, I saw you do that. What did you have to say about that before he goes in?
Yes, he has been great in that aspect. And like he's our big brother, so at all costs he's our big brother, and guiding us into the spiritual aspects has been wonderful. I can say has been wonderful. We all have been learning and growing together. We get to experience things that you know we thought would never happen. So it's been a wonderful experience, just growing together. And like I said, when I say we all learn together, we all grow together, and not one person is above another. Like it's more so we're all learning. Oh, did you see that? Oh, I never saw that before. Blah blah blah. So it's like it's always a learning, uh, learning, ever, forever and ever learning. So
A
always a
forever
student.
student. Yeah,
Yes,
always
always
a
a
student.
student. Yeah, you
And then
always
we
are a
teach others
student.
too. And we always teach
Ex-
others, especially the,
yes.
the young ones. Like, can you imagine? Here he is. Can you imagine the changes that, like, just by us having this platform today, and just by you having your platform nearly 5 years ago now? Like, there are kids that are going to be able to see this. Like, there are kids that are going to be not kids soon that's going to see Bahula's magazine. Like, how powerful is that, right? How powerful is that? So and I think hold on for a second. I'm trying to get him back, and then I think Baba is trying to come back too. Let me try to get Mukanya back to the stage so we can at least do spirituality. If okay, he's back, he's back. Okay. I don't know if he can hear us, but I want him to speak on
Yes, I
spirituality
can.
as
I
long
can
as he
hear you.
can. Okay.
Yes. Yes,
Yes,
we
if you
can do it
can.
however you want. You
Okay.
can shoot
Sawa.
questions, or I can
No, I
go
want you
into
to talk.
some basics.
That's not my style. My style is talk. I don't really like to
All
interrupt too
right.
much. But basically
All
your
right.
topic is spirituality. Talk to us about that, right? That's to
Yes.
me, I'm excited about this because that's one thing I don't know much about, to be honest.
All right.
So I would like to hear. Brother, you
Let's
have the
get into
stage.
it. Yes, Otto. This topic, this subject, is a very and deeply profound subject. Whenever I ask the elders, or whenever I ask the people on the top of our spirituality, they say there is a beginning, but there is no end. Okay? So that means we know when it started, but it's so deep and intricate that no one knows everything about it. That's the first thing I want the family to know. With that being said, our spirituality, I'm gonna go through what happens when the person comes into this dimension. We know that there are different dimensions and different levels of existence. As we are on the third dimension, there are beings that come from higher dimensions. So as soon as the sperm has been received by the egg, at that precise moment, there is an entity, there is a being, a spiritual being that has just chosen that person to be its guardian protector. Okay? That is called Morimo. That is called Morimo Oro. Okay? So from that moment, from the moment of conception, the person is going to carry out their life having a guardian, a protector, or let's say a lesser God or a mini personal God that is going to help the person at the level of other dimensions, through other dimensions. So you are here on the third dimension. Your Morimoro can be here as well, but it's going to be working from another dimension to help you, guide you in your spiritual life, in your spiritual affairs. Okay? Our system is divided in different and numerous blocks. The idea that we have of the greater being in Western terms is called God. Okay? According to what I've been learning, we know that being. We know that that is the supreme being. Okay? Some people call it Erupe, others say Apoto. We know that energy created everything that we know, but that energy went to retire elsewhere. So what we see from that energy is the manifestation of its power through us and everything that we see around us. Let me explain in a different way. Like you see, the essence of Apoto is the atom, the smallest particle that exists. So for us, the proof that Apoto or Erupe is there is ourselves, for example. We are proof of it. The animals, the plants, the nature, the stars, the moon, and the sun, all of them, all of those elements have the essence of Apoto. For us to be able to live in this planet, we need oxygen. And you might be familiar with many other African cultures in where they say that the divinity made humans and and it provided with a divine breath. And that's the reason we are living and breathing today. So in our culture, we follow a similar idea to that. Below Apoto, Erupe, there are legions of beings. Okay? In our case, the supreme created legions of different spirits called Varimo in plural, Morimo in singular. Okay? Those beings are created to help us manage our lives wherever our hands cannot reach, wherever the problems are too tough, wherever the answers are not coming. We consult these spirits and these beings. Their only job is to guide us and protect us. Our system, again, is based on reincarnation. You can live a life and depending on what happens throughout that life, you can come back, repeat, and continue learning, or maybe through your deeds, you can qualify to become an ancestor and then become someone else's guardian or the guardian of a region. If you see the island, a Tula da Eri or a Chula da Eri, there's different ways to call it. The whole island is surrounded by our spiritual forces. Some of the spiritual forces are on the outline of the island. Some of the spiritual forces are within the island, in rivers, mountains, trees, caves, and the like. So, for example, when you are born, you have an assignated Morimoro, which is the guardian spirit. This can happen in a couple of different ways. Depending on of your origin, you might be assigned a spirit that is a family spirit and protects your family. That spirit might have had a human life before. So it was an ancestor who had a life, then passed away and became an ancestor. So that ancestor, he or she is able to guide you throughout your life. Then we also
He'll be back. Sorry about that. I was muted. He'll be back. He'll be back. He'll be back. I find a lot of this affirming actually. And here's why. Because after my parents passed away, particularly my mother, after she passed away, I read the entire Holy Scriptures, and I say it that way because it's certain books. I know if you know this, then you know, which is a lot of books were taken out. So the original Holy Scripture, and by the way, you'll never hear me call it Bible, by the way. Even my siblings know this. Because it's not. The name Bible came up way later, right? It's actually called Holy Scriptures. And if you really, really want to know the original understanding, it's the Ethiopian one. It's the oldest version, right? So I actually read that. It took me a long time to read it. During my reading process, I went through a lot. What I went through was renewing myself, and also I did a lot of fasting back then to really get to where I'm in now and get to know myself. Now, why I said it's really affirming is because some people don't like certain books, right? They're afraid of it, particularly the Book of Enoch. So if you know anything about spirituality, the Book of Enoch is actually in the Ethiopian Holy Scriptures. Later, it was taken out, and I think it was the Council of Nicene or something like that. If I'm pronouncing it wrong, it's okay. But that council took out a lot of books that in reality, he's back, in reality, really affirms what Mukanya is saying. There's levels to it, right? So particularly with Enoch, he was taken by what we would consider and speak of as angels, different places in the universe.
Yes, can you guys hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. You're back. You can just speak. We can hear you.
Yes, sister, can you hear me?
Yes. See, yes, and Dio.
All right. I don't know where the line cut off, but I was talking about the divine heroes.
Yes.
They're divine heroes. So there are two ways to have a guardian spirit. There are two types of guardian spirit. One is the divine heroes. Just like in the Orisha culture, you have Ogun, Yemoja, or Batala, etc., etc. We have our divine heroes like Jiva, Visila, Riobata, Welalele, Opitele, etc., and etc. Okay, so that's one side. The other side, one of your guardian spirits can be someone of your lineage, someone that was on your lineage and had a human life. The divine heroes did not have Most of them not have a human life. Others had. Okay, so those are the two ways in where you can have a guardian spirit. So what happens with that guardian spirit? What does that do? Why is that important? It is important because we know that we live in this world, but sometimes, for example, when you go to sleep, right, you enter other dimensions, and things can happen in other dimensions, or things from other dimensions can come to you. Okay, so there are spaces, spiritual spaces, where, for example, when you have a thought, where the thoughts are formed, where the ideas come from, okay, that field affects you and you affect the field. So that entity helps with all spiritual affairs. One of the first initiations that we have in our culture, but not the first, it's not like the baptism. One of the first initiation, I'll say is the second one, is what we call Eromo Romorimo Oro, which is when you make an official pact with that entity to work together. And your job is to honor, okay, to honor that energy. And that energy in turn is going to honor you. So you honor your guardian spirit opens door for you. We do not know nothing about ancestral worship. Actually, that term, we do not agree with that term because we don't worship anything. We don't worship the big spirit or God or the big deity. We do not worship it traditionally. And we do not worship ancestors or guardian spirits. We are energy, they are energy, so we come together to make a pact. Right? So once you are initiated into having your guardian spirit, Eromo Romorimo Oro, you are obliged to honor that spirit repeatedly, because you are making a pact with that spirit. So your job is to continue renewing that pact, updating the pact every now and then, sometimes at least to a minimum of twice a year. If you want to have a good relationship with that energy, you honor your guardian spirit twice a year. Your guardian spirit will communicate with you and tell you or your family. If you are a small child, when you were initiated, obviously the guardian spirit is going to communicate with your family. It's going to give you a set of instructions for your life, but specifically, that spirit is going to tell you what do you have to offer to it in terms of food and drink. Okay, so there's specific ingredients that you prepare, you put together whenever you have to renew the pact with your guardian spirit, aka Morimoro, right? So say that you want to renew the pact once you initiate it. You will prepare the food and you will consume the food, but the spirit is not going to consume the food. You are going to consume the food on behalf of your spirit, the food and drink, okay? And you're gonna dedicate the food and drink and the whole of that day to your guardian spirit, okay? It is very important to acknowledge that we are not here to start asking, oh, Morimo Oro, help me with this girlfriend, help me with this money, help me to get the house, help me to get. The first thing is for you to be in gratitude, to give thanks for the work your Morimo Oro is doing, because this entity does a lot of things for you without you knowing, because most of the times you cannot see what the spirit does in the other dimension. Okay? So it is very important that instead of us asking for things, we give thanks first. We show gratitude all the time. Then you can start asking things. All right? It's very important you remember that. Because in this universe that we live, is give and take. If we're only receiving, or asking, it's not going to work. All right. As this universe is mental, the mental conditioning as well is very important. A person cannot rely on the help of Morimo Oro. It's not going to work.
He'll be back. Oh, here he is. Hopefully his camera will come back on. Yeah, put it in the chat. A lot of this is really affirming, and I believe Rihule is not on camera, but Bahula, he actually has classes, right? That's what I want to make sure that we. Someone. I think that's Rihula. Hold on, let me bring her up really quickly. Rihula, he has classes, right?
Yes, he has spirituality classes that we take. So he does have classes, and also like you can email him or contact him if you need any ongoing information or like guidance or advice. Um he's always open. He's always there to support you in whatever you need and whatever is going on with you.
Okay.
Like it's always available. But he do have classes. Not sure when the session starts.
You know, I
But
was about to ask that. When is the session? Because people are going to ask, right? So whenever we find out the answer, certainly let us know so we can let the audience know too.
Absolutely.
So they can and like when you have the registration link up, we'll share it as well.
Okay.
Yeah, because I'll be in that class.
It's life changing. I tell you,
I'm sure it's affirming. I was kind of mentioning a lot of things, when he had when he went offline, and if you've really read, if you are a read person, and if you read, then it's going to make a lot of sense. It's going to make a lot of sense, and a lot of the sense is, and a lot of it is hidden from us.
Mm-hmm.
So it's these types of opportunities that allow us to connect 2 and 2 and 3 and 3, right? Because without people like him, without say one like Wendy Mumu Tony, who's in the back, we're almost super close to closing out the show because we're actually a whole 39 minutes over the show. And what we'll do is cut it in segments. We'll cut it in segments too. But it was so great when I found out like the different names of the entity, like Mungu. It has so many names. It was a Brony. No, not a Brony. That's a totally different. It's something. It's one the Ghanaians use a word too. I forget that one. But that's what I just said. Is not. It's totally different. What I just said is something else. But it starts with an O something, but not what I just said. That was like not the word. But my point is, he's back. You back?
Yes, I'm back. It keeps on dropping, so I don't know. But yes, don't know if you want me to continue.
Yeah, continue, but make it short. And then if you drop, we'll just end the show for the most part. And then we already told everyone you do teach. And so we do want you to share links and things of how people can explore more with you.
Yes, I'm going to be sharing email and people can come at me and ask me, and then we can organize these courses. I can talk about the course very quickly.
Okay.
These courses, I am not an eminency. I am not a spiritual person in those terms. But what we do is we have gathered a team of elders that provide specific information on specific rituals, etc., and history. And we gather elders from all over the island, and I am the presenter of the course. I present the course, we watch the info, we analyze, we discuss, and then we draw conclusions over that. That is, in simple terms, what we do in this course. But it's we're making sure that the family know the basics, the P's and Q's of our traditional culture. Okay, what it is and what is not. All right. So by the end of the course, you'll be able to differentiate. If you see a ritual back home, you'll be able to differentiate what that is, or what the person is doing. And you'll be able to know the different stages and different levels of our initiations and rituals, which one are the most important rituals, etc., etc. There's one ritual that could be very, very important for the family on the diaspora, all the people that were taken away from us 600 years ago, all our family that must return back to the island, they must know about this specific ritual where the person is reinserted into a family. Therefore, the person will be able to execute and practice a full spiritual life, because you need a family in order to practice spirituality. Family is the backbone, is the ground, is the everything. You cannot practice Vove spirituality if you don't have a family. You must have a family. You must have a link with humans before you can practice spirituality. You can now go and pour libation to some of our divine heroes and etc., but that is not as effective as to when you get initiated through the contact of people, or you get initiated through coming into a family and effectively practice spirituality. Because to practice our spirituality, you need to have a sacred space in where you do it. And you need a certain number of sacred objects to be able to practice our spirituality. Okay? Our spirituality is not religion. It has nothing to do with religious practices. All right? So for all the family that want to join, I'm gonna put some details below and just contact me, and yes, we get on with it. Another thing is that we have successfully made 2 trips back to Bioko. We have built that bridge, and we have taken family from the US into the depths of Bioko Island, and they've had their experience. They have a true and original experience. So they have been born again. Let me see, not born again, but they went back into the root, to the deepest part of the root.
The
And they've
Ghanaians
been
call that
recognized.
the I didn't mean to cut you off.
Sankofa,
The Sankofa,
yeah,
exactly. It's such a beautiful term.
is what we practice. And we are organizing more trips to take the family back into the island, because it's mandatory, it's imperative that the whole of the family go back to the island and see for themselves and reunite with the spirit. Because the ancestors said that the family in diaspora are only functioning in automatic pilot. But look how good, how much the Black people in America have been thriving through all
The
of the pain,
atrocities.
through all of the atrocities of United States of America. Throughout all that, look how good, how well you've done. So now imagine when you come back and regain your spiritual power,
Strength,
and you are
yeah, the
more
strength.
complete, 100%. So I urge everyone to start thinking about that, thinking about the completion of the body, spirit, and mind. And people back home are waiting for you. Don't listen to the lies. Don't listen to the lies that Africa is this and that. Come and see for yourself. Ask the brothers and sisters who have been coming with us, and ask them to tell you how was their experience, and ask them to tell you how they were welcomed. Just ask and see. So thank you, family, for listening. Sorry
Thank
about
you
the technical
too.
difficulties. Thank you, sister, for
Putuo.
organizing such a
Gracias.
good event. And thank you as well to all the people who are participating in this event. And let's grow together. Let's go up together. We are one. Poto poto like like.
Absolutely. Putuo. Don't leave if you don't want to leave. Something now is the grand ending, right? So everyone say bye. Mutoni is coming up. Everyone comes up on stage. This is how we do it. If you guys want to say your goodbyes, hold Hold on, I'm gonna take myself off then, in hopes I can get someone else up. Let me move myself on. I was hoping you guys could hear me off stage, but you can't. So, okay, did you guys want to say goodbye? Just say some things that you're doing right now, to preserve us, to explore, to learn, to grow. Dahana, do you want to say it in Spanish and then here she is. You want to say it in Spanish and then say it in English of how you're helping people to get to know thyself? And then we'll just go around. I'm going to shut up
Yes.
and then we'll go around.
Yes, I'm going to start in English first. So again, I'm Dahana Ochoa. Hi, family. Hi, everyone. As some of you know, I have been a language teacher for many years, but in Colombia, I am your go-to Afro-Colombian culture resource as I'm a tour operator here. And on my tours, you learn to connect with the diaspora in Colombia, specifically with more Pacific Black Colombian traditions, as I'm from the Pacific Coast, specifically Buenaventura. But I reside in Cali, Colombia, the international capital of salsa, where there is also a large Black population, where we still hold our traditions through music, through culture, through food. Again, through every year, through the festival of Petronio Alvarez, where we exalt all of those traditions for 5 days. It is a free event. It is coming up in August. But on a daily basis, you see the connection that as Black Colombians are, see and live that connection that we have with Mama Africa on a daily basis. Um, Ahora en español, hola a todos, soy Dahana Ochoa, mucho gusto, soy de Buenaventura, Colombia, viví en Estados Unidos, me regresé a mi país hace 22 años y aquí manejo lo que llamamos el afroturismo, donde uno toda mi conciencia y todos mis saberes de mi nacionalidad y de mi diáspora de ser negra en Colombia, de ser negra del Pacífico colombiano. En Cali tenemos un festival muy grande de la diáspora negra del Pacífico colombiano que se llama el Festival de Petronio Álvarez. Este año es del 12 de agosto al 17 de agosto para los que quieren venir. Soy operadora turística afro y aquí le enseño a las personas a conectar con nuestra cultura afro. Manejo muchas personas de la diáspora. He conocido personas desde África hasta Estados Unidos, hasta Inglaterra, y les encantan venir y conectar con nuestra cultura afro. Para eso yo soy ese puente. I'm that bridge that connects our diasporas here. And I am just grateful and fortunate enough to be able to do that because we have been disconnected for so long. And it's our job to do that. And if no one else is going to do it, it has to be us. We can't allow others to do it but us because this whole
Say
time
that
all
again.
they've
It's
done,
our
oh,
job.
it's our job. It is. We it's our responsibility as Black people to keep connecting each other because the devil is a lie, as they say. Um there's so many different
We need to tell our
languages
own
that
stories. We
separate
have to
us.
tell our own stories.
We
We have
have
to
to
tell our
tell our
own
own
future.
stories, yeah,
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
because
Well,
all
Johanna, I'm
they've
gonna let you
done
go.
is
Oh,
water it down.
yes.
Muchas
100%.
gracias.
Oh, gracias. All right. But well, let me try. Adios. Okay, I had to remember. I'm going to say badai, which is a totally different language. See you. All right. Next up, Bahula. This is
Okay,
your
first,
farewell.
all right. Loboyalo, Loyama, greetings to everyone. Ne and Buhula, me, I'm Buhula. My publishing company, Diversity Echo Project. We produce a Koto magazine, cultural magazine. I forgot to say it's in English and it's also in Spanish. Go to akotomagazine.com. All of the issues are there. And speaking about telling our story, that's where you hear people's stories, their own individual stories, and you hear from that person. So that's absolutely great. You learn a lot. HOTV.com, Bubi language content. And I'm also a tutor at Resplendence Language Arts. So you can come in and take classes and learn. And just like Dejana was saying, it's an honor, it's a privilege to be able to help other people learn a language that's their own, learn about themselves, because that's why we're here. We're here to be who we are. We are the universe's greatest experience for one another. So it's very, very important that you know who you are so you can be who you are, so you can be happy and we can be happy because we receive from you. So Boto and Shayla for this opportunity to gather together.
Oh, thank you, sister. See you soon. All right, Rihole. Do you have any final words? And then we'll go to Mukanya.
Yes, I do have some final words. Um, what Brother Mukanya said, come to the island. I'm one of the people that been twice, and my experience had definitely been life changing. And I urge everyone to come to the island. And the experiences I was saying, how when we meet each other, it feels like we've been connected for years. That's how it was when I went to the island. Like crazy. Like I feel like I've known these people for my entire life, reconnected with, now family. And when I go there and I come to the house, they're like, hey, Rihanna. And I'm like, oh my goodness, like, this is really my family. Like, I'm really home. Like, when I land, I feel like I'm home. I don't feel like a traveler. Like, I travel a lot. I don't feel like, oh, I'm here for tourism. I feel like I'm home. I feel grounded. I feel at peace. Like it's such a wonderful experience. So please go home. Go home. Get everything that you deserve. Your birthrights. Like that is a birthright. Even if you're born outside of that country, that's your birthright to return home and be on those sacred grounds and do your spiritual practices, to be initiated, to do all these things. Go home. It's important. It's very, very important. And you will understand. Like I don't even have words to express my experiences. Like there's no words. It's just feelings, just emotions, like the connection, the bond with the land, with the people, with nature. Like is nothing like it. If I could go like this and be there, I would. So go home, get that experience. Don't let anything stop you from your destiny. Like that's your destiny, to reconnect and become one with what was always yours. Like we were stolen, but we can't be stopped. Unstoppable. Like we're unstoppable. And don't let nobody discourage you from your destiny. Please go home. Konahori.
Oh, thank you, Rihole. See you next time. I'm going to remove you. Mukanya, your turn, brother. You any last minutes? I
Yes,
also
families.
shared your email
Last
in the chat.
last thing. Yeah, I've done that. Oh, thank you, sister. So yes, if you want to learn more about our spirituality, etc., that is also linked with the culture and the history, the customs, contact me, and we're gonna arrange the courses for you. Continue to support all platforms, all associations, all projects, everything that we do anywhere in from Bioko to Spain in the USA. Please continue to support the sister and her language academy. Learn the language, learn the culture, and let's be united. And it's just us. There's no justice, but just us. Okay, so take care, family. I will see you soon. Poto poto like like.
Oh, Poto. All right, Mwenli Mumutoni. You've been backstage and now you're on stage. Final words.
Okay. Asante sana dada Sheila. Hujambo?
Si Jambo. No way. I'm always going to
Si
say no way.
jambo.
You don't like when I say no way, but I'm always going to say no way.
I know, right?
Or itu? The same
Yes.
thing.
Si jambo na shukuru. Thank you so much, for being on the steering wheel. It's been a beautiful program, beautiful time. It's been so emotional at the beginning, the team with Pirucci. I don't know, I couldn't understand the words, but trust me, I
But
was
you
all
felt
in.
it in your heart, right? Like it was in your
Yeah.
heart.
I was feeling like this is something very familiar, only that I cannot pick the words because we are one people, trust me. We are one people. My name is Muthoni. Hello, everyone. You see Mwalimu there. Mwalimu is teacher. So, Teacher Muthoni. I teach Kiswahili, a Resplendence Language Arts, and I am the education director as well, overseeing our academic programs, curriculum, and of course, working together with colleague instructors to make sure that, we give our students the best they can ever find in terms of language, culture, and history. I love being a Resplendence Language Arts. Being in this space gives me a very special opportunity because as a language, history, and culture lover, I get to, engage with so many languages across Africa and, of course, other global languages. And what we do at Resplendence Language Arts, trust me, it's not just teaching the language. As you've seen with the team, with Wetam Bohula, Wetam Rihole, I think I forgot the name of our gentleman with the Ekoto magazine. Is it Koto magazine team? Yeah, they've been through the hands of Resplendence Language Arts, and it's very beautiful to see, what these are produced, Thank you so much to Dada Sheila for coming up with this idea, this initiative. We really do appreciate you for all that you do and what we do here at Resplendence
I
Language
appreciate
Arts.
you too. You're
What
first
we
lieutenant, man.
What we do here at Resplendence Language Arts, as you can see, it's not just about the language, but giving life to each and every program that we do, giving it purpose. And of course, we help you reconnect with your roots. We give so much life. We give our souls into everything that we do here. You just want to walk into one of our classes and experience all this. I am so advantaged that I can go tap from, Ghana, especially the Akan people of
Kind of
Ghana.
cool, right? It's kind of cool. Like
so
I can
cool.
switch from, like sometimes I could do a little bit of tree, a little bit of
Mhm.
Kiswahili, a little bit of Criollo. And
Uh-huh.
I've learned it over these past 5 years. Now I'm not saying I'm like Sergey. I know 11 languages, but I know a little something. I know a little something, and I'm just grateful for the family that we have built and we continue to build.
Exactly. So it's our way of contributing to, our cultural preservation, preserving our heritage, growing what we already know and making sure that the upcoming generation find something, tangible. It doesn't die with us. Yeah, to live on. And that is why Resplendence Language Arts is very important. I said I teach Kiswahili. We have a course for complete beginners coming up in June. Please come explore the beauty of the Kiswahili language and culture together. You get to, connect with the East African community, region and peoples. You get to explore so many cultures and, of course, build a community and network. This is not just for Kiswahili alone, but for all the languages, all the courses that we offer at Resplendence Language Arts. We have so many of them, including Twi, Kriolu, that Sheila has mentioned that, Bubi of the Bioko Island. We have Somali. I'm happy to see you there, Mursal. Yeah, finally we have Mursal here. We'll be having Arabic soon, inshallah.
Yeah, inshallah.
And we have Fangbe from Benin, Afro-French, Afro-Spanish. We have Hermana Dahana and Sister Lady, from the Colombia, and they teach us Spanish. I'm very excited for all the upcoming courses. So make sure you come join us, learn with us, get the feeling of being in an Afro-centered environment, learning your language, understanding your identity, culture, and history. Otherwise, asante sana for being with us today in this broadcast. Stay tuned. We keep updating you on whatever events are coming up and, of course, our academic programs. Nashukuru sana, Dada Sheila.
Oh, nashukuru.
Well, I wanted to say one. I wanted to teach you something new. I wanted to teach
you
something.
Give it to me.
So you learned the word pamoja, and I thought
I love
maybe
pamoja.
add something else onto that. Pamoja, tunaweza. Could you say that?
Pamoja, tunaweza.
Exactly. Together we can, or together we are able. Yeah?
Put that in the chat. Chat.
Yeah, pamoja.
Now we need the Echo language that's similar to it, and we put that in the chat too. If anyone knows it, that'll be awesome. Thank you, Asante Sana.
Karibu sana.
So Marcel, are you here? If he's not, we're gonna close it. I think Marcel and Frank was here. Oh, hello, Marcel. Tell everyone about your sample class coming up. Marcel teaches Somali. Go ahead, Marcel.
Yes, I do teach. I teach Somali, and the sample class is coming up in a week from tomorrow. So it's going to be on May 3rd at 1:30 p.m. And
continue. Tell us about why you love teaching Somali and your culture. Like, why is it important to you?
It's important because the students find value in learning languages that maybe they might need in their life. Yeah, so it's good to be able to cater to those students.
Yeah, and a lot of people, I feel like, especially in America right now, because I'm not going to get into anything political, but I think people are curious about the Somali language and the Somali people. So we just happen to have you join at a really great time. So thank you, Brother Marcel. Again, his class, sample class, which means it's free, okay, is next week. And he's also available for tutoring as well. Thank you, Marcel. Oh,
You're
there
welcome.
you are. Yeah, now you're on camera.
Yeah.
Mr. Handsome.
Salam, Mursal. Good to see you, brother.
You too. It's nice to see you all.
Yeah, we'll see you soon in class. I'm going to be in it. I want to learn a little bit because the accents are a little, tricky for me, but I would like to learn.
Definitely.
All right, Marcel, because we're so over. I said this was only supposed to be an hour-long broadcast, so I swear I have to drink like tea with lemon. So I think that's it for now, guys. I hope you enjoyed the broadcast today. If you have questions, you can contact any of us, and we're happy to welcome you into the community and help you get started at any route. Like if you already know some languages, or you already know some spirituality, or you already saw Bahula's magazine, or you know about the association, then reassert yourself. Reassert yourself in the community. With that, I want to say thank you guys so much again, and we'll see you next year for the 5th annual. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. How do you Jamani? Jamani is, oh my goodness, right? Jamani.
Jamani.
Yeah, Jamani. Oh my goodness. So okay, guys. Thank you so much, and we'll see you in our classes soon. Oh, by the way, Criollo class starts what? In a week or two. Criollo Cape Verde.
Yeah,
May
in 2
9th.
weeks.
2 weeks, May 9th. So lock in for that. That's going to be in a special class with teacher Kwame, who's amazing. But yeah, thank you to everyone who joined the broadcast. Dahana, Paruchiantin, Bohula, Riole, Sergey, who am I missing? Brother Christian, Brother Frank, who was kind of here. Dr. Bolekia Boleka, who am I missing? I think I said Christian, Marcel, everyone who joined, thank you so much for honoring us with your presence, and we'll see you next year. Bye, guys.